Radha Krishna students. Today we are going to learn graphics in QBasic. So as you can see that our previous screen has changed. I have installed a few softwares using which I can run QBasic 64 in Windows 10. Okay, so there might be some issues while running because this software is not specifically made for Windows 10. It was made for Windows XP and previous versions of Windows before that. Hence you might sometimes while in this video, while it is running, you may see that there are some errors popping up. Okay, so just bear with it. Okay, because these softwares are not at all compatible with Windows 10, but I have found a few ways using which we can at least run the programs that are given in your book. Okay, so what does graphics mean? Usually whenever we are thinking about graphics, we are thinking about creating lines and figures and different patterns and different shapes, and in fact, in simple words, drawing. Okay, so whenever we are thinking about drawing and all, QBasic has some tools using which we can create some drawings and all. So first let us understand how does drawing work in our monitor. So think about the left top corner. The left top corner is marked as a 00 point. Now what is 00? If you are familiar with a graph paper, then we usually draw x-axis and y-axis, and the intersecting point of x-axis and y-axis is called origin, right? And that is given a 00 value. This particular origin in a graph paper is equivalent to the top left corner of our screen. So the horizontal part, this is the y-axis, sorry, this is the x-axis, and the vertical one over here, this is the y-axis, and both are positive. This is also positive x-axis, this is also positive y-axis. So using this concept, we are going to start our chapter or drawing in graphics. So let us first think about that how we can work with graphics. Now there is a screen given over here called medium resolution. It says that the computer screen is divided into 320 horizontal by 200 vertical pixels. Now what are pixels? Pixels are small dots on a screen. If you look very carefully in a screen, you might sometimes see small dots on it, and it is what we called a pixel. A pixel is a visual element in a picture, just a single visual element, just a dot or a point. So that is we called a pixel. Now what is 320 and 200? It means that horizontally there are 320 pixels and vertically there are 200 pixels. So that is a screen of medium resolution. So what is, if you are thinking about something with high resolution, then there is going to be 640 horizontal pixels and 200 vertical pixels. So that is what our pixels work, right? Now as you can see in the picture given in your book, the upper left corner of in the rectangle is the first 8.1 medium resolution is given as such that upper left corner is given as 00, upper right corner is given as 319,0, the bottom right corner is given as 319,199, and the bottom left corner is given as 0,199. So these are just the values of those pixels, and the center is given at 160,100. Similarly, the high resolutions values are also given over there. Now what is screen statement? Usually without this screen statement we won't be able to run any kind of graphical work. Means I need a place to draw my picture, right? So you always need a paper to draw a picture. Similarly in QBasic we need a screen to draw a picture. So therefore without a screen we won't be able to draw a picture. So therefore we will be using the screen statement. Now there are so many screen modes, as you can see there are so many screen mode 1 2 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, and there are so many kinds of resolutions according to those screens. Now what are the number of colors supported by those screens? Screen 1 can support only 4 colors, screen 2 can support only 2 types of colors, as in screen 13 you can see it can support 256 colors. Okay, so usually this is what we think about when we if we need so many different kinds of colors, we can use screen number 13. Okay, we can use so many different kinds of colors using that. In the next part, what you can see is that it is given in the node part. It is saying this mode can be used only for text. No graphics can be created in this mode except mode 0. All the modes can be used to create graphics. So this is how we create screens using QBasic. Means we have to just write screen, and after that we'll write the number of that screen, and it is going to create a screen for us. Next we have the color statement. What is the work of color statement? The color statement is going to use different colors, and the color statement allows us to color different lines and different text. It is going to color such. Okay, so in your book there are two statements given, color parameter f and color parameter f comma parameter p. Now what is f and b? F means foreground. Foreground means four color. That is, if you are familiar with Microsoft Word's four color, that means the color of the text is going to be related with four color, that is f. Background color means the color of the background skin is going to be in that way. So let us just run this program that is given over here, CLS color to print foreground colored screen. So CLS, I hope you are able to see this in your screen because there is no way to increase the text size over here. Okay, so you have to just try to zoom into your video and see this. Okay, so first we'll write CLS over there. After writing CLS, what we can do is we'll write color, CLOR color, and then give 2 space 2. Okay, enter. Then print space within double inverted comma foreground color is green. Okay, then I will press the F5 function key to run the program. It is showing creating exe file, and as you can see our program has run, and in the program it is showing foreground color is green. Okay, so it is showing press any key to continue. If I press any kind of key, this window is going to close. So this is how we can use color. Now let us use a different kind of color. So if I use, instead of 2, maybe what is there, some other, like 5 is magenta. Okay, then I will run again. After that I hope magenta comes. Yes, magenta is there. So foreground color, so I have written means the whatever the text is over here, the color is going to change to that. Okay, now this is how we can color text in QBasic. Now how to change the background color? So in your book it is given 14,2. So if you want to if you want a green background and a yellow color foreground, so we can use that also. So for yellow, the for light yellow it is 14, and this is a foreground parameter, and for the background parameter, that is, we are going to use 2 for the background. So foreground color is green. I'll just keep it for, sorry, let's give it as yellow. Foreground color is yellow. And run the program. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. These programs are not so stable, and you might face so many things. It is not allowing to apply the background color. Okay, my antivirus is creating some problem. I'll just get back. Okay, so as you can see, I have fixed the problem. So let's run the program, and you will see the background of this text will be of green color and the foreground will be of yellow color in the window. So as you can see it over here, that the background, the whole screen is not going to be green. Okay, that is one issue with this particular application that we are going to face. But wherever the text will be, that much background is going to become particularly green. So as you can see, wherever the text length is, it is green in color background, and the foreground is in yellow color. Okay, so this is how we can easily do work with some colors in QBasic. Next we have the line statement. The line statement is usually used to draw straight lines in QBasic, and there are some parameters that we are going to use, and that are also we are going to learn about this particular lines. So as we know that whenever we are drawing some line in a copy, we need a start point and an end point. Similarly, here also we need a start point and an end point. Then only our proper line will be drawn. Okay, so this is how our program is going to run. So let us check how we can do this. So as lines do support colors, okay, and also the screen modes. So the syntax is line x1 comma y1, that is the starting point, dash means 2, and up to how much will be done, up to x2 comma y2. Then comma is, after comma we have to give the color. If we don't give it, no problem, then also there is not going to be any kind of issue. Okay, so first of all we will be using a screen. Without a screen, lines cannot be drawn properly. Okay, so then only we will be able to draw the lines and draw the screens properly. Okay, so first let us use a screen, then we'll be using the line statement to draw a line. Okay, so first we'll be let us just check how this thing works. Okay, now first we'll write line. Okay, this is the main command, line. Then we'll give 16 comma 20, this is the starting point, dash will be giving up to how much, we will be drawing up to 44 comma 20. So this is going to draw a straight line, and comma 1, so 1 stands for blue color. Now let us check if this works or not. Okay, so let us run the program. It is showing starting program. Okay, yes, there is some problem, and it is saying that there is an illegal function call. So that means we have an error while running this program. Okay, so let us try one more thing over here. Let us now enter a screen over here. Let us use screen 7 and check whether or not it works. So again I will run the program, and let's check if it is working or not. With a given screen, you can select any screen you want, but this is more or less okay. So as you can see over here, the screen is very small, as 320 pixels by 200 pixels, and here is the line. It is a very faint line. I don't know you were able to see or not. I can see it. Just zoom into your video and you will be able to see the line. Okay, so what we learned here, that without a screen, without a proper screen, you won't be able to draw a line. So let us check screen 7. Okay, so screen 7 means there is 320 by 200 pixels, so we can go up to 200 on the y-axis. So let us learn, or let us check if this works or not. So we have 16 over here. Let us, instead of 44, let us give 144 or 440, sorry, 1 4. Let us check if it works or not. Maybe it will be a long line. So if the line is long, you may be able to see that line properly. Yes, the line is long, and I hope you will be able to see this line now. Can you see the line? I hope you are able to see the line. This is just a long line. So by increasing the x values, we can always increase the values the length of the line. Okay, so this is how we draw a line in QBasic. Okay, so this particular program over here is given in your book. Using this, we are going to draw an isosceles triangle, and as you can see, these values are given as it is, and I have just written it down. So let us just run and check if everything is working or not. So we have to just wait for a moment. Okay, so what we have, the exact line, exact picture that is given in your book. So it is written, this is an isosceles triangle. After that, the line has been drawn over here, and over here. So we have line, the first line with color 4, that is the red line. This is the red line. So this is the starting point, 160. Okay, and the ending point is 250 over here. Now one more thing is line 250 to 180. So this is this one, this line from over here to here, and the blue line is, I think, over here. One is green line, this is green line, and this is the blue line. So this is how we have drawn our triangle, isosceles triangle. So similarly, we can also use different other parts, like the green, by drawing boxes and circles and all, that also can be drawn using QBasic. So we will end this session over here. In the next class, I will show you how we can draw the boxes and circles.